Okay. So guys, in today class, we are going to start the new topic. In this topic, we are going to discuss something about, Telnet. First of all, we are going to discuss Telnet. Now, can anyone tell me what do you mean by Telnet? Telnet means, guys, telecommunication. Telnet means telecommunication and net means network. So this is the full form of Telnet, telecommunication network. Fine. Now, if anyone asks you, what do you mean by telnet? So you can say it is a protocol that is used to manage device like router, switches, and servers remotely. So basically, by the help of telnet, you can take access of these device remotely and you can configure it, you can troubleshoot it, everything you can do remotely by the help of telnet. Fine. One more thing, telnet use TCP at layer number 4. Please remember. Telnet is a layer number 7 protocol. Okay. So once the packet will come on layer number 4, so please remember Telnet use which protocol at layer number 4? Layer number 4 it use guys TCP. I hope you guys know there are two protocols at layer number 4. One is TCP and second one is guys UDP. Getting my point? So Telnet use guys TCP, not UDP. One more thing, it use port number 23. Yes, TCP port number is 23. Clear? Yes, it is not secure. It is not secure. Why? Because it transmits the data, including including password in plain text. Basically, guys, there are two types of text. One is called encrypted text and second one is called plain text. For example, if I am writing, hello, how are you? So this is called guys plain text. And if my plain text will be converted into any jumbled word, that is called guys encrypted text. Clear? So that's the reason nowadays we are not much using telnet. We are using SSH. What we are using, guys? We are using SSH. Now we are not using telnet. Clear? So guys, this is all about the telnet. Now you need to understand actually how we can configure the telnet. I am giving you the scenario. Try to understand. For example, this is the router. This is the router. Both routers are connected like this. So this is router number 1 and this is router number 2. Clear guys? Yes or no? Now I am giving you one scenario, or you can say task. Scenario is you have to telnet R2 from R1. This is your task. What you need to do? You need to telnet R2 from R1. It means right now what you need to do here, you need to configure the telnet and you will be on this device and you have to access this device from this device. It means from this device you need to take the remote of this device by the help of telnet. Clear na? So this is the task. Now how we can configure? See guys, this is called requester and this is called guys target device. So please remember this is called target device. Why I am calling this device is the target device? Because guys, you are going to take remote of R2 from R1. So for R1, R2 is target. Now, first of all, we need to configure guys target device. Target device. Target device configuration. How we can configure guys? First of all guys, you need to configure the IP address. For example, this is interface gig 0 by 0 and you assign any IP address, for example, 192.168.1.2/24. For example, you assign this IP address here, guys. Clear? Anyone who do not understand? This is called, guys, 0 by 0. So on this interface, you assign, first of all, what you assign, guys? You assign the IP address. Clear? No shutdown like this. After that, how you can configure the telnet? See here, guys. Line VTY 024. Basically, guys, by the help of this command, you are configuring the virtual terminal line for Telnet. Getting my point? Understand? So it means on this device at the same time, total 5 users can take the remote of this device at the same time. Clear na? 0 to 4. 0 to 4 means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It means total 5 users. So first is guys line VTY 0 to 4. After that you need to set the password. For example, password. Any password you can set. For example, I set the Cisco. I set the password Cisco. And after that you need to write the command login and then exit. That's all. So guys, basically these are the command. After that you will be in the config mode. If you want, you can set one thing here. Enable secret and you can set any password guys. Cisco, for example, 123. I set this password. Basically, enable secret is nothing. Enable secret is a secure password which I am setting in the privilege mode. Getting my point? For example, if I am asking you where you are configuring, on which I already explained you on the router, total how many modes are there? Total 3 modes are there of router. Yes or no? Right? User mode, privilege mode, and global configuration mode. Now, if I am asking you very basic question, tell me in which mode generally we are configuring the device. The answer is, sir, in the global configuration mode. But you see in the real-time company, global configuration mode is basically uh, what I can say, basically not visible for everyone, or you can say that that is secured, right? So for example, you are in the privilege mode and if you want to go in the global configuration mode, it asks you the password. So if you are the authorized person, then you can access the global configuration mode, otherwise no. Getting my point? So my question is how we are setting the password. So guys, we are setting the password by the help of enable secret command. By the help of enable secret command, and this is the command. Getting my point? And then exit. That's all. So guys, this is the overall configuration on the target device. Anyone here who do not understand, let me know. This is the overall configuration on target device. Clear guys? Everyone? Now, after that, you need to configure on requester device. Requester device means on R1. On R1, how we can configure? See here guys. Requester device config. First of all, again guys, interface gig 0 by 0 and assign any IP address. 1.2 we already assigned. So assign here 192.168.1.1/24. Assign the IP address. Getting my point? After assign the IP address, you do not need to do anything. You need to go in the privilege mode. In which mode, guys? Privilege mode, and you have to write command telnet space. And what is the IP address we configured there? What is the IP address we configure there on R2? We configure IP address, guys, 192.168.1.2. So this is the command you need to configure or you need to run on R1. This is the command you need to configure on R1. So when you write this command telnet 192.168.1.2, it will prompt for the password. You will get on R1. On R1, I'm writing here, guys. On R1, you will get password prompt. What you will get, guys? You will get their password prompt. Getting my point? It will ask you the password. Now, what is the password you set when you configure the telnet on R2? If you see, when you configure the password, you set the password, guys, here Cisco. What is the password you set here, guys? You set the password Cisco. So here, enter the password. What is the password, guys? Cisco. You need to enter the password Cisco. So once you enter the password, you are able to access R2 from R1. After writing the password, you are able to access R2 from R1. So guys, basically this is called telnet. Anyone here who do not understand, let me know. Is this clear, guys? Everyone, right? Okay. If you want, you guys can do this lab, guys. For example, these are the two router I take. This router is, for example, router number 2. And here we are going to configure 192.168.1.2. And here I will configure, guys, 1.1. Done. Agree, guys, everyone, yes or no? Right now, here I will configure 1.2. Go to this router, command prompt. Host name, for example, R2. Now, interface gig 0 by 0 IP address 192.168.1.2 255.255.255.0 and no shutdown. So guys, we assign the IP address here. Done. Anyone who do not understand? Now we need to configure uh telnet. What is the command I told you? Line VTY is 0 to 4. After that, what I told you, you need to set password. For example, I set the password, guys, Cisco. I set the password Cisco. Then this is the login password and exit. Clear? I am writing enable secret. And for example, I am writing Cisco 123. I said enable secret Cisco 123 exit. Done, guys. Anyone here who do not understand? Is this clear? Same command we discussed, guys. So everything we configure, guys, here on R2. Now come on R1. Enable const host name. This is R1. Interface gig 0 by 0. IP address 192.168.1.1 255.255.255.0 and I'm writing no shutdown command. Clear, guys? Everyone, yes or no? So on R1, what I did on R1, we just configure the IP address. Fine. What I told you, what is the command you need to write if you want to telnet from R1 to R2? For example, if you want to take remote of R2, what is the command? I told you telnet, and what is the IP address you configured on R2? We configure 192.168.1.2. Yes or no? I write this one. I told you, na, it asks you the password. So I'm writing password Cisco. See, once I write the Cisco password, I am able to access now R2. I am on router number 1, but now I am able to access router number 2. So when I write enable, it is asking again me the password. So what is the password I set, guys? Enable secret password. What is the password I set? Cisco 123. I said right here. See, now I am in the global configuration mode. I am in the global configuration mode of R2. Getting my point, everyone, yes or no, right? For example, I am configuring interface loopback 1 IP address 1.1.1.1 255.255.255.255 and no shutdown. So guys, what I am doing? I am on R1, but I am able to configure R2. I am on R1, but I am able to configure R2. Getting my point? Everyone, yes or no? Right? So guys, basically this is all about the telnet, and this is the way how we configure the telnet. Is this clear, guys? For example, this is the device. For example, that there is a command. So users, I don't know it will work or not. Yes, it is working here, guys. So basically by the help of this command, you can check all the active user and all the telnet sessions here. For example, when you write this command, what you are getting? When I am writing this command, I am able to see location is 192.168.1.1. It means R2 is accessed by 192.168.1.1. So where you configure 1.1? I configure 1.1 on R1. It means R2 is right now accessible by R1. Getting my point? Everyone, yes or no? Right now. So this is the command by which you can check. Even you can check show sessions also. No connections open. No connections open. Yes. So basically, guys, this is the command. Yes, you can check, or this is the command by which you can check all the telnet configuration and all the users who had made the connection with R2. I hope this is clear to everyone. Yes or no? Clear, guys? Tell me, guys, is this clear? Everyone? Okay, guys. So I hope you guys understand, guys, about this one, Telnet. Clear? The next routing protocol that we are using nowadays, that is SSH. SSH means, guys, secured, secured cell. This is called SSH. What is SSH, guys? Same. It is a protocol. It is a protocol by which we can take remote access of device. Either you can take remote access of router, switches, server, anything. Yes, it also use, guys, TCP. It use TCP. Clear na? And it use, guys, port number. Please remember 22. It use port number 22. Clear, guys? Everyone, yes or no? And next is, guys, SSH encrypt all the communication, even password as well. SSL encrypt all the communication, even password as well. Getting my point? Yes or no? Right now? Yes. It use public key public key cryptography method for authentication. For authentication. Clear now? So nowadays we are preferring SSH. Nowadays we are preferring SSH. Getting my point, everyone. If I want to telnet my friend laptop, how can you do? First of all, tell me, are you able to configure the telnet on the PC? Are you able to configure the telnet on PC? This is my first question. Who can tell me? Tell me, guys. Yes, we can't configure, guys, telnet on PC. Getting my points. If you want to configure telnet, you can configure only the network device. For example, router, switches, like this. Getting my point? Yes or no? So we can't. Done. Are you tell me yes or no? Done na? Okay. Now I am giving you the same scenario, guys. You have a router one. You have a router two. Both routers are connected like this. Now this is R1 and this is R2. We have same scenario. We want to take remote of R2. We need a remote. Why? SSH of R2 from R1. This is the condition. Clear now? Now the thing is how we can configure the SSH. Please focus, guys. How we can configure on R2, how we can configure SSH. First thing, guys, interface gig 0 by 0, assign IP address. What, guys? Assign IP address. For example, we assign 1.2, 192.168, 1.2. Clear? After that, guys, you need to write the command IP domain name, IP domain name. You can configure, guys, here any domain name. You can configure any domain name. For example, I am writing Shubham. I configure this domain name. After that, guys, you need to configure, guys, crypto key. What you need to do? You need to create the crypto key. Crypto, because I told you SSH is the secured protocol because it perform the encryption. Getting my point? So that's the reason you must need, guys, key. So what is the command, guys? Crypto key generate RSA. So this is the command, guys, you need to do. Clear na? After that, guys, you need to set the crypto key size also. So by default, guys, we are setting 1024. So you can set this one. Now, guys, after that, you need to set the username and password. So what is the command, guys? Username. For example, I'm setting admin. Then what is the command? Privalege. Privilege. What is, guys? Privilege. Then number, secret, and whatever the password you want. For example, I want password Cisco123. So set the password here. After this, guys, the same thing that you did in the telnet you need to do. For example, line VTY 024. After that, transport input SSH. What you need to configure, guys? Transport input SSH. Then login SSH exit. And if you want to set the enable secret, you can set enable secret. For example, Cisco 123. You can set it. That's all. So basically, guys, this is the command you need to configure on R2 if you want to enable the SSH. If you want to enable the SSH. Getting my point? Yes or no? Right now? Yes. I can show you guys. I connect both router like this. Host name R3. Interface gig 0 by 0 IP address 192. What is the IP address I told you guys? What is the IP address I told you that time? 192.168.1.2, 255.255.255.0, and no shutdown command. So guys, basically by this way, what I did, I configure the IP address. After that, what is the command I told you for the SSH? I don't know in packet tracer it will support or not. It is not supporting basically, guys. IP domain name. For example, I am writing Shubham. Okay, then I am writing crypto key generate RSA. Done. This is the second command I told you. This is the second command I told you. What is the command, guys? Again, see here, guys. Crypto key RSA. Do you want to replace them all? You can press yes. Now it is asking me the number. I told you, na, you can write the number 1024, for example. If you do not write, then it will by default, it will take, guys, 512. Now, after that, guys, you need to set, guys, username. Username, admin. Then, guys, privilege. Then you need to set the number. See na, 1 to 15. So I am setting, guys, 15. Secret. And then I am setting the password. For example, Cisco 123. I set the password, username here, and password here. Done, guys. Everyone, yes or no? Right? Now, fourth command is again line VTY 024. Transport input SSH. Then login local exit. So guys, basically these are the all command to enable the SSH. And if you want to set the enable secret, same command, guys. Enable secret Cisco 123. Or for example, 123 we already set 321. That's it. We set, guys, and exit. That's all. So these are the every command, guys, which we configured on router number 3. Done. Everyone, yes or no? Right now, yes. So if, for example, if anyone asks you, how can you verify? How can you verify? For example, I am telling you one command. So crypto key. So crypto key. And I press the question mark. Yes. My key RSA. So guys, see na, what is this? These are the, guys, RSA keys that generate. These are the RSA keys that generate. Okay, right now I hope you guys will not understand. Basically, it will be, you guys will understand when you guys have some concept of VPN or something. Clear na? Yes. Understand, guys? So Now come on this one, guys. On this device, what you need to do? Go to the global configuration mode. Interface gig 0 by 0 IP address 192.168.1.1 255.255.255.0 and no shutdown. So we configure, guys. Host name, this is router number 4. Done. After that, guys, oof, go in the privilege mode and write SSH L. And what is the device, guys? 192.168. I think 1.2 we configure. It is telling me the incomplete command. It is telling me incomplete command. What is why? Then I missed something. I need to write admin then 192.168.1.2. Now it is asking me the password. So what is the password I said that time, guys? I said Cisco 123, I think. Yes, see. Now I'm able to access router number 3. We are on router number 4. But from router number 3, I am on router number. I access router number 3. Getting my point, yes or no? For example, I set global configuration mode. I want to set interface, loopback, 1, IP, address, 8.8.8.8, 255.255.255.255. No shutdown. So guys, I am on router number 4, and from router number 4, I am able to configure router number 3. Is this clear, guys? Everyone, yes or no? Right now, guys, tell me. Guys. Is this clear, guys? Everyone? So, okay, cool. So on this device, we configure, guys. What we configure, guys, on this device? On this device, we configure SSH. Right now. So if you want, you can write. So SSH. See now. You are able to see. You are able to see. Session is already started. Session is already started. Who take the control of your machine? The admin take the control of your machine. So guys, basically this is all about the Telnet and SSH. I hope you guys understand. Clear? Now, after Telnet and SSH, our next topic is, guys, that we are going to discuss. Let me check what is the topic. Yes. Guys, the next topic is called NAT. This is very small topic. Try to understand. NAT is nothing, guys. NAT means network address translation. What is called? NAT stands for network address translation. Clear? Now, what is the use of NAT? First of all, try to understand. If you guys remember, in previous class, I already told you, for example, this is google.com. Google.com, or this is the ISP. Clear na? And with this ISP, for example, this is your company and this is the edge router of your company. And with this router, for example, here core switches are connected. And with this core switches, your LAN networks are there. And obviously in the LAN network, we are using the private IP address. Which IP address, guys? We are using the private IP address. And between the router and this ISP here, we are using which IP address, guys? Public IP address. Right now. So I hope you guys have some idea. There are two types of IP address. First one is private IP address and second one is public IP address. Clear, guys? So this is called a LAN network and this is called WAN network. So inside the LAN network, generally we are using, guys, private IP address, and towards the WAN network, we are using, guys, public IP address. Clear, na? Yes or no? For example, here any IP address is 1.1.1.1. Any public IP address is there. And if any user who is sitting in the LAN network wants to communicate with the google.com, obviously on Google there is a public IP address. Yes or no? Right now. So guys, from LAN network where you already configured the private IP address, you can't reach google.com. The reason is Google never understand your private IP address. Google never understand your private IP address. If you want to ping the WAN network or google.com, you must need public IP address. Now, what is the solution? Now you will tell your manager ki, hey, please provide me the public IP address. No, that is not the solution, guys. Public IP address is not a free of cost. If you want to use the public IP address, you have to pay to the ISP. You need to purchase this IP address from ISP, right? So guys, instead of purchasing the public IP address for all the users in your company, we have a different method that is called NAT. What, guys? We have a different method that is called NAT. So on this edge router, what I will do, we will configure one feature that is called NAT. What NAT will do? For example, if this device send any traffic, for example, here you are using the IP address 192.168.1.1. This is the private IP address. So packet reach here on this router. This router receive this packet. And when this router will open this packet, this router will find ki, hey, in this packet, the source IP address is private IP address. But in this packet, this device, this PC wants to ping google.com. It means destination device is public. What this router will do, on this router, you already configured the NAT. What this router will do, this router will convert your private IP address to public IP address. Again, you guys have question ki, sir, from where this router will get the public IP address. Guys, I hope you guys have some knowledge about the DHCP. I already told you in DHCP there is a concept of pool. So in DHCP we are creating the pool and DHCP server will provide the IP address or available IP address from the pool. In the same way, guys, NAT also provide the public IP address from the pool. Getting my point? So what this router will do? This router will receive the private IP address. This router convert this private IP address into the public and forward the packet towards the google.com. So now the google.com will receive it. Getting my point? Yes or no? But this router will perform one more task, guys. This router also maintain one table. The name of that table is called NAT table. Basically, in NAT table, this router will include the information about what is the private IP address this router receive, and this private IP address is converted into which public IP address. So basically, these are the entry router maintained in the NAT table. For example, 192.168.1.1. This is the source IP address, guys. This is the private one. This router convert this source IP address, for example, 1.1.1.1. So this router maintain the entry here in the NAT table. When this router will receive the reply from the ISP, what this router will do? This router will check. In this reply, source IP address is 1.1.1.1. This router will check the NAT table. Inside the NAT table, this router will find ki, oh, this is the IP that I was configured in the 1.1.1. So immediately this router convert 1.1.1 into 192.168.1.1 and maintain the entry in the NAT table. 1.1.1.1 is converted into 192.168.1.1 and forward the packet towards the LAN. So guys, this is possible because of the NATing. Clear, guys? I hope you guys understand. Clear now? This is called NAT. So if anyone asks you what is the use of NAT, you can say that by the help of NATing, we are able to make communication possible from LAN network to WAN networks, from private network to public network. Clear, guys? Yes or no? Right now? Yes. Now, I mention here what is the problem without net. So guys, if there is no concept of net, then first the main problem is your IP address will be exhaust, because everyone need the public IP address, because everyone wants to communicate with the Google or internet. So everyone wants public IP address. And for example, if ISP is going to provide the public IP address to all of the people, you can't imagine what is the population of the country right now. So guys, what will happen? Your IP address will be exhaust. Getting my point? So these are the problem. Even higher cost also. Getting my point? So guys, basically there will be a lots of problem if there is no concept of net. Clear? Now, there are three types of net, guys. First one is called static net. In static net, what we are doing, we manage a single private IP address to public IP address. We are managing single private to single public like this. Getting my point? Yes or no? Right now? Yes. And generally static net where we are used when a specific internal device needs to accessible. Yes. For example, if in your company there is a specific device. For example, if this is the company and in your company only 5 or 6 devices are there, that device needs to reach the internet. So for these devices, we can configure the static net. There is no problem. So static net means basically, guys, here we are mapping single private IP address to single public IP address. Because in static net, where we are using static net, where we have a very less requirement. Getting my point? So we can easily manage 5, 6, 10 PCs. So there is no problem. But for example, if in your company there are thousands of PC or 500 number of PC, this is not possible to manage each and IP address. This is not possible to manage each and IP address. Now guys, the next type of NAT is called dynamic NAT. Maps a private IP address to public IP address from the pool available IP address. Yes, I told you. For example, this is the router and if you want to configure the NAT here. So when you configure the NAT guys, here you will configure guys what? Pool of IP address. Public IP address. So now if this router will receive any packet from any source which is sitting in the private IP address, what this router will do? This router will check guys pool, NAT pool. And in the NAT pool, if this router will found any types of IP address that is free right now, this router will convert your private IP address into that public IP address and forward towards the ISP. That is called guys dynamic NAT. Used when an internal device needs temporary access to external device. Yes. Guys, the next one is called guys the PAT. PAT means port address translation. So guys, basically nowadays we are even not translating the IP address, because if you are using the IP address, definitely there is a limit number of IP address in a world. So nowadays we have a enhanced concept that is called PAT. PAT means port address translation. So use multiple private IP address to single public IP address using a different port number. Yes. For example, see here guys, this is the router. If you are using the dynamic NAT, what I told you, you need to create the pool here. For example, if in your company there are 500 PCs are there. Now tell me, how many public IP address you need? 500 public IP address? No. You can't imagine what is the price of each public IP address. Getting my point? So that will be quite expensive. So what is the solution? We have a solution of PAT. Here you do not need multiple IP address now if you are using the PAT. What you will do? You will use any one public IP address. For example, 1.1.1.1 I configure. So now if this router will receive any packet, what this router will do, this is the source IP address and this is the private one. What this router will do, this router will convert every private IP address into 1.1.1.1. Now again you guys have question, sir, if every IP address is converted into 1.1.1, it means now my Google server will receive every packet with source IP address 1.1.1. So in this case, your Google router will confuse. Your answer is true. You guys are thinking right. But try to understand, if you are using the port address translation PAT, what this router will do? This router will convert every IP address into this IP address that you configured here. But please remember, during the conversion, for every conversion, this router will add the port number also. So once the port number will be added, it become the unique. It become, guys, unique. Getting my point? So guys, that is called, guys, PAT. Port Address Translation. Clear, guys? Everyone? Yes or no? Right? Guys, I already mentioned here about the static net. What is the use of static net? Please read this one in the real time scenario where we are using the static net. Even what is the command to configure the static net? For example, if this is the router, and if on this router, if you want to configure the static net, what is the command? IP net inside source static, and then this is the command. So what is the meaning of this command? See here, guys. Here you set two types of IP address, this one and this one. It means this is the private IP address and this is the public IP address. It means by the help of this command, you are telling ki, hey router, whenever you receive any packet with source IP address 192.168.1.10, please convert this IP address into this one. Getting my point? So that is called one-to-one communications, or you can say one-to-one conversion. So that is called, guys, static net. I told you in a static net what happened, guys? One-to-one netting happened, guys. Clear, everyone? Yes or no? Right now. And the next type of net is called, guys, dynamic net. I already explained here, guys, what is the use of dynamic net and everything. Clear? Now, guys, see here how to configure the dynamic net. First of all, what I told you, whenever you configure the dynamic net, you need to configure, guys, pool. What you need to configure, guys? Pool. So see now, guys, this is the command by which you can create the pool. Clear? What is the command? IP net pool. Clear? Then you need to write the name, whatever the name you want. So I write here net pool, and then you need to assign the network ID. So see here what I configure 203.0.13.10. It means from this IP address to this IP address. It means from 10 to dot 20. So in this pool, how many IP address are there? Total 10 IP address is there. And this is the subnet mask, or you can say net mask /24. So guys, basically by the help of this command, what we are doing, we are configuring what, guys? We are configuring NAT, or sorry, we are configuring the pool. Clear, guys? Everyone? Yes or no? Right? After configuring the pool, you need to create one access list one permit, and you need to permit, guys, what? Source IP address that is configured there, 192.168.1.0, this one. And after that, guys, you need to configure the NAT command. So guys, when you are configuring the dynamic NAT, you need to configure total 3 command. 1, 2, 3. So please remember these 3 command, guys. And if you want, you guys can do the practical. Now, next one is, guys, PAT. Generally, PAT is not in our syllabus, but if you want, I can tell you, if you want to configure the PAT, what you need to do, you need to write only same one command, that is called overload command. That's all. So by the help of overload command, you can configure the PAT. Clear, guys? I hope you guys understand. Now, what is the difference between NAT and PAT? What is the difference between NAT and PAT? Clear, guys? Maps one private IP address into the one public IP address, right? Everyone? Yes, na? But in case of PAT, what you need? You need only one single IP address. And with that single IP address, different ports will be attached. So if you are using port, you do not have requirement multiple public IP address. No, you do not need. Second one is, guys, require unique public IP address to private IP address. Yes, for every conversion, you need the one unique public IP address. Clear na? Yes or no? Right. But if you are using the PAT, if you have only one public IP address, you can perform by the help of PAT. Clear, guys? Used with the static or dynamic. Yes. If you want to use the NAT, so either you can use the static NAT or dynamic NAT. Clear na? Yes or no? But if you are going to use the PAT, what you need to do? I told you, you need to run only overload command. That's all. Clear na? Limited by the number. Yes. This is very limited, and nowadays we are using PAT, guys. So guys, basically this is all about the NAT. So please, I already mentioned, guys, all the command here. If you want, you guys can do the lab. Clear? You can take, you can create the lab like this. For example, you can create router number 1. Here you can create, connect one switch. Getting my point? Yes or no? Right? And for example, here you can create one router. Clear? Here you can switch, and here you have, for example, PC. Clear na? You can create here, for example, this is the LAN network, and here you can create, guys, any WAN network, for example, and then try to ping from here to here. It means now here you need to configure, guys, net. So please do it, and please configure this practical and do the lab. Clear, guys? I hope you guys understand very well. Clear? Anyone here who do not understand, let me know. Done?